Whatever. The sausage isn't big enough to pose a threat to me.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit.
Hi, I'm Tyler, and I'm here to let you know that Sausage Party is no perfect movie. So in Sausage Party, a group of sausages, hot dog buns, and other groceries are really excited because after years of waiting, they're finally picked up by a woman who takes them to her house. But they all quickly learn that when humans want some, they peel off their potato skins, they chew on their baby carrots, and they take them out back to make bacon so that they can get their fill on a Saturday night. The biggest footlong of them all, named Frank, played by Seth Rogen, thinks long and hard about the scenario that he's in, and he decides that he doesn't want to be shoved in a person's mouth just because they paid for it, and he and the other groceries decide to warn the others so they can rise up against the humans. Now, even though a lot of people consider this film to be a parody of Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks movies, to me this felt like an R-rated version of those films, but with very similar tropes. Because not only is DreamWorks animator Conrad Vernon co-directing the film, and big legendary Disney composer Alan Menken is composing the score for this film as well, but there are similar story elements such as a character who learns what he used to think was the truth turned out to be a complete lie just to protect other people, and when he tries to tell everyone else, nobody, not even his girlfriend, believes him, except for the shy, insecure best friend who has to learn to face his fears in order to help the hero and stuff like that. And it's story elements like that that they don't feel satirized or reinvented in any way, they just feel repeated. But for me, what sets this film apart from others is just how over the top this movie presents itself. The writers know that this is a completely ridiculous story and it makes no attempt to take itself seriously whatsoever. When products are being torn apart and made into food, humans' faces are being portrayed with like red eyes or shadows over their faces, and whenever the products fight back, the violence is just as gratuitous, just as cartoony and slapstick, and it just works that way. One of the best things about adult animation is that there's absolutely no limit as to how simultaneously intelligent and vulgar you can be at the same time. There are a lot of very clever food-related sex puns and visual innuendos about which foods can pork one another, especially during the finale where things get really, really messy, like clean up on aisle everywhere. And there's also a lot of really good throwaway jokes, like say, you know that montage where the hero and the girlfriend split up after a while only to regroup? That montage with the pop song thrown in there is sung by a talking meatloaf. And there are other jokes that really apply to real life, like say, German products that want to eliminate all the juice. Yeah, that joke's actually thrown in there. And there are so many jokes like that are thrown at you that you actually kind of need to watch it twice just to make sure you got every single little bit. And there are even some story elements that actually make fun of religion as to whether you should let it control your life or whether you should make your own choices. Because the products think that humans are gods and that they need to follow these strict rules so that they can be chosen. And these lead to a lot of very juvenile but also very funny and effective same-sex jokes. Each cast member is given their own individual moments to shine and they all do really good work. Seth Rogen has a likable presence as Frank, and when he tries to prove the truth to everyone, it's really funny when he calls them a bunch of fucking idiots, because it makes him stand out amongst other traditional Disney heroes, and it's still funny because you just want to say that to the other groceries who are somehow in denial over this fact. Michael Cera was also effective as the shy one who learns to be brave, particularly in one scene where he's taken to another human's house and he learns from other inanimate objects, like, say, a roll of toilet paper, about how shitty life is for them. Yeah. But my two favorites, I think, were David Krumholtz as this very casually racist Lavash, and Edward Norton as this Woody Allen-type bagel, just because of how exaggerated their voices were, and whenever they cursed, their choice of words were chosen very well, and the timing of their lines were just perfect for me. For me, the biggest problem centers around the fact that there are so many times when a product is just walking around freely in a shopping cart or on the floor of someone's house, and no human ever seems to notice this at all. And to be fair, they do give an explanation in the final act that did make me laugh quite a bit, but there were still some unanswered questions, and there were some scenarios in the film where it just couldn't have played out because of that. And the other thing, and this was what I was very skeptical about when I walked into this movie, is that the character designs, they don't all look very good. They look very cheap and kind of creepy, too. The humans, their faces are like way too fat while their limbs are way too skinny. I don't really like that style of animation. And some of the products, especially the hot dog buns, look really unsettling to me. Every time I looked at Kristen Wiig, I just sat there and went, seriously, who'd want to stick their sausage in between those buns? Sausage Party is juvenile and offensive in just the right ways. The actors have fun in their roles, the story never takes itself too seriously, and instead focuses on being very creative and poking fun at religious topics, racial stereotypes, and much more cheap food-related sex puns than you'd get in an episode of Who's Line. And for that reason, I'm going to give Sausage Party a 4 out of 5. Guys, thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out my other reviews at NoPerfectMovie.com. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care.